Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is your boy, Dr. Rogers, a multiple scholarship winner, currently a doctor, and working with a national university in Korea. So, if this is your first on my channel, make sure you do hit on the subscription bell or button or the notification bell so that each time I pop up with new videos which are currently receiving applications, you will be the first person to be aware of it. So, what are you waiting for? So, if you've been looking for a full scholarship to study in Australia, this is the moment, this is the time for you to stay connected, stay tuned, and follow up all the scholarship tips I'm going to give you, you know, what you require to do, what you're required not to do in order for you to benefit from this scholarship in Australia. So the first one I'll be bringing it's from the University of Macquarie, Macquarie University in Australia. It's a Sydney Quantum Academy of Science scholarship. So it's a very good one. It's a very good one. And applications are currently submitted by students. They are currently receiving applications for anyone that wishes to, benefit from this scholarship. And the deadline will be right up to the 26th of September. So if you're having or planning to enroll for your PhD in in Australia. Sorry about that. I keep calling Korea because I work in Korea. So if um Korea is not by the way, it's just 1 hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours flight from here to Australia. So if you're planning on applying for a PhD in Australia and you do not have fundings, then this is a scholarship for you, especially if you want to apply for something related to quantum sciences. So, and the scholarship is both meant for domestic and international students. So if you're a domestic student, Australian, you can apply. If you're an international, presently in Australia, you can apply as well. And if you're not in Australia, you can apply for this scholarship. But we are going to look at all the requirements of the scholarship all together. So like it's said here on the website, it's open to Australian citizens, permanent resident citizens, and international applicants. International applicants. So you're expected to apply for and be enrolled in a full-time PhD program at at a partner university. So if you're not enrolled for the PhD in any of these programs, you cannot apply for it. First, you have to apply for the PhD position. Then, if you are accepted, then you are eligible to this scholarship. I think it goes the same with a scholarship like the Commonwealth and the Cheveling scholarship, where you've got to have admissions first before you apply. Unlike other scholarships where you have like the MEX, which is a Japanese scholarship, which they go simultaneously, or probably even the Dutch scholarship in Germany, which goes the same. So, like I said, applications are currently being accepted at the moment. And what the scholarship covers is for your primary stipend, it covers a primary stipend at a value of Australian dollars of up to 33,000 per annum. That is per year. You're going to be giving 33,000 Australian dollars for 1 year to cover your studies. So, um, if you're to commence your studies from the July 21st to June 2022, so people who have already started their PhD studies you're also encouraged to apply for this. Here's the thing. Usually, sometimes we are PhD students. You might start your program, and in some countries, a PhD normally is a job. In other countries, you're expected to apply for, your admission first, then you can seek for funding. And if you're already in Australia, this is just one good example of such a process. Or if you're thinking of studying in Australia, I would strongly advise you to apply for this scholarship that will help you in, you know, studying for your PhD studies, because PhD studies are very, very expensive. And if you're sponsoring yourself to study, you might end up at one point getting discouraged because, you're instead supposed to be making money studying and enjoying yourself, but you're paying to study, and it's not supposed to be so. A stipend upwards up to 35,000 Australian dollars per year will be granted for the PhD students. So that's your stipend for 1 year, which is really a really good one for a PhD student to study in this country, because the standard of living in Australia is pretty expensive. So, and the entry requirements. We're going to look at the entry requirements all together. So all applications are expected to be done online. You do not send your documents to anybody. Do not send your documents to anybody. And like I said, for the admissions and enrollment, the entry requirements here, like they are shown on the website here, uh, and we're gonna go for international students, future international students. For first, it's a PhD study, so we're gonna go first. English requirement is very, very important. Most or almost all programs in Australia are expected for you to prove your English language proficiency if you are not coming from a native English speaking country. If you are not from an English speaking country, you're expected to write either TOEFL or IELTS, and most of the time for this program, an I score of 6.5 is expected for you to provide in order to be qualified for this scholarship. It is not just for this one, but for if you are thinking to study in Australia in general, please prepare and write your English language proficiency, English language evaluation exams, be it TOEFL and IELTS. And in most cases, IELTS is recognized in most Australia, Europe, and America. TOEFL is mostly sometimes just in Europe, but all of them are recognizable. So it's good for you to enroll or write these exams. And the only native English speaking countries, they're just around maybe just seven of them. You have Australia, you have America, um, you have no, is it Ireland? In Africa, you have South Africa, but you have to check. So, and it's a couple of them. So you have to cross check that with the university you're writing or to apply to. It's very, very important you do that and find out what are the requirements that are needed from you if you want to apply for this scholarship. So if you're looking forward to apply or study in Macquarie University through scholarship for your PhD, this is the moment for you to apply as soon as possible. But if you just want to apply, to study on your own as a self-sponsored student, then you can also apply as well and check on the entry requirements, the fees of the courses. So for the fee, for those who want to study on their own without a sponsorship, it could be very, very expensive for anybody looking forward to study if you're not from a developed country, because the cost of studying would be, very, very expensive for you. So, currently at the moment, if you're thinking to study in Australia for your PhD, especially in a quantum related field, then the University of Macquarie is currently receiving documents for students. So think about submitting your applications to them now as soon as possible, and you might just be a student to benefit from this. So if you love what I'm doing here and you like this video, make sure you hit on the subscription bell or the subscription button, subscribe, and stay connected.